A few years ago, I made a video about Halo Infinite. At the time, I wasn't very happy about the game. It's been three years now, I think, so I want to update my opinion on the game. So, again, let's talk and change my opinion on how I feel about Halo Infinite. Has it gotten better? Is it any worse? Is there a middle ground of this game? So, let's talk. I think if I remember correctly, one of my biggest complaints about the game was the microtransactions and the armor cores system was just not very good. Has it gotten any better? Well, yes and no. The armor core system is still in the game, and armor core is still locked almost completely now. I mean, you could have color in other armors now, which is cool. You can have, I think if I remember correctly, armor shoulder pads and knee pads, legs. I don't remember everything you can do. Visors, helmets. All of those are cross core now instead of what it used to be. But there's still some bad with this. What you can do in older Halos, MCC, way back in the day, is that you could basically choose and pick whatever. The palette system in Halo Infinite is still not one of my favorites just because I cannot pick and choose my shoulder pads to be, I don't know, purple or something like that. The whole entire thing has to be purple, or it has to be that color scheme. I don't like that. They could change how it is. I mean, they've been changing it for the last few years, but apparently from what I've heard, that the code that they put in for the armor core is so ingrained into the game, even to this day, that they have to basically undo a spaghetti worth of code, which is ridiculous. Why didn't they just pull what they had for MCC over to the game for customization? It would make players a lot more happier. I can maybe understand, I don't know, the chest piece being armor core. Or do I? If I'm not mistaken, even in the MCC, you can choose what armor set you have individually. It doesn't matter. You can just pick the armor helmet, chest piece, legs, shoulders, whatever. Whatever your liking is. That's cool. Halo Infinite, you still cannot do that. You can pick your colors, like I said earlier. Colors, visors, helmets, knee pads, and shoulder pads, I believe. That's all? That's pretty lame still, honestly. That's enough about armor core. I am pretty sure you get the gist of it. It's still really annoying. Not the best. Let's look at the overall sandbox feel of it. The game, I believe, released with like 10 maps, but it felt like you were playing 5 at any given time. It felt two big team battle maps and like 5 or so in all the other game modes, which felt really bland. Now I think overall there are about 40 maps, which is great. I love that they're adding maps, but again, why did it take them so long? Even on launch, or before launch, there was not that many, and even on launch, they just kind of launched a campaign without anything for the multiplayer, it felt like. But now there is some stuff. That's cool. The guns, I'm still not feeling it with the guns, honestly. They've gotten better with some things, like the plasma pistol feels much better than it has ever done, like it should be from the original games. I don't know why that wasn't in the game in the first place, but whatever. And there's just too many guns that do the same niche. The bandit, commando, battle rifle almost do the same exact thing, except for the bandit sucks and the commando is just a better bandit, honestly. And why don't we have more weapons in general? We have some Covenant, mostly UNSC weapons. Why don't we have like banished weapons or Forerunner equipment? That's just bizarre to me. I really don't know why. And the vehicles, there's honestly not that many vehicle differences still. I mean, we've got Brute Chopper since launch, 2 different Brute Choppers, one's like more bladed up, which is kind of cool. Choppers are one of my favorite vehicles in the game because, I mean, they're just fun to run people over, honestly. But it just feels so bland. Why don't we have the Mantis like any other vehicles? Like this, I just looked at the wiki not too long ago, and I'm seeing a lot of vehicles that they could potentially implement. Like I said, the Mantis. I'm seeing a vehicle. It's called the Wolverine. That's pretty cool. But I really don't know why. It just still feels so bland. They could also add more bigger maps overall. Big team battle maps instead of the few that we have in the game. To be able to utilize these vehicles to their potential. Like, why is there, like... I'm just upset about the Mantis, honestly. It was in Halo 4. I think it was in 5. I don't remember. Didn't play 5 that much, honestly. The current vehicles we have right now also feel kind of weak. They're fun to go around in, but the Rocket Hog feels incredibly weak, and I don't remember if there's the Gauss Hog in this game. I didn't play big team battles when I played it recently. I just played eight teams or 4v4s, and they barely have vehicles as it is. I don't know if the Gauss Hog is in the game. I don't remember. If it is, awesome. But the Rocket Hog just feels so weak. I don't know. They could have just buffed it just a little bit. I mean, it was kind of like a monster in the MCC, but still a really fun vehicle, and I just kind of hate it in Infinite, and I'm just disappointed with the vehicle. Maybe not all vehicles should be added in the game, but they should add probably a few more to the game. But microtransactions is my next point. It's still not really the best. They have given us season passes where we do just straight up get free stuff and whatnot. That's cool, but there's still some things that are just like, why is it that expensive? No one is going to pay $20 for some small item in a pack, because I don't even know, honestly. They added a new system where you get, I think they're called Spartan points. And some of these Spartan point items, or at least what is in the shop right now, are just kind of dull. I don't really want to waste the Spartan points I'm going to get from them. I think it's the current battle pass should give you a lot of Spartan points, or whatever they're called, SP points. Those things, new currency. I think it's cool that they're implementing something that we could get something more overall instead of having to put money into the game for an equipment. But it's still like, they should put cooler stuff instead of what we have in the shop right now. I'm just a little disappointed in what I'm seeing in the shop. I just wish there was better stuff. I think they just threw garbage into the Spartan Point shop and just didn't care and let all the cool stuff be paid. There should be a way to either make the microtransactions and the Spartan Points like a thing. In the MCC, I believe every time you level up or something, you get a unlock token or something. But regardless, everything is free in the MCC, and that's mostly because they're not going to be working on it. They were supposed to make Halo Infinite the next 10-year game, but that kind of came up short. I've heard rumors over the past few years that they are actually making another Halo game, so them having Halo Infinite as the next 10-year game is just not going to happen, especially with every change that they made. It's like you can count every single grain of sand in the sandbox, and that's all you get, and that's what you get with Halo Infinite. You can count literally every single sand that there is, little grain there is. Pretty simple, easily, not simply, which is very unfortunate. I really like, they got the gunplay down, the hard part, the gameplay. It's phenomenal. It's smooth, it's fluid, guns perfect. I love the way they feel, except for the bandit maybe. Like, it's fluid, it's great. And the power-ups, they feel nice, except for the shield, except for they buffed it a little bit, which made it feel a little bit better. That's awesome. It's just, I'm still disappointed with the game. I keep trying to come back to it and liking the game, but to my dismay, I just get short-ended with the game. It just happens. Sad. really wanted to see where they could have taken this game, because again, the gameplay is awesome. They could have expanded on everything around it, except for they just made customization and microtransactions in the maps and the sandboxy part just non-existent, which is unfortunate. Also, where the heck are my assassinations? There is no assassinations in the game. I do not know why. Been in the game since Halo Reach and up until 5, but not in Halo Infinite. Why? Why did 343 do this to us? They have forsaken us of no assassination even to this day. But with all that said and done, this is the end of the video. I bid you all adieu. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. Good luck and have fun out there.